What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists, and welcome to P&Q, the question and answer series, where you put questions to me or comment and then I respond on a subsequent P&Q. Now, I've been back doing these on a more regular basis for a little while now, so, hopefully, you know the drill. Questions can be hobby related. Mostly it's hobby related or YouTube related at least. But I really will. I'll talk or comment on anything, even if it's to say no comment. That's a bit of a cop out, I know. But no, I usually will give my thoughts on something, no matter what it is. So, but I've got my iPhone. I don't have my iPad. Got my iPhone, and the questions are linked here somewhere. I just gotta find them. Okay, I found some questions. I've got a cup of coffee. Right, okay, so this is it. So if you've got a question or comment, just pop it down below, and we'll get to answering them. I don't say who asked them at the moment on this. I used to. But I don't at the moment. Maybe I should. I don't know. Anyway, excuse me. Bit of a yawn. Let's crack straight on with it. I'm choosing them at the moment. I've taken off the randomizer thing. Let's go with this question then, which is to do with YouTube. So it says, what's been the most surprising video to perform well on your channel? I think it's the shorts. It can be a 15-second short of walking along the beach, and it'll get over 1,000 views. So I can't name anything specifically, but yeah, that kind of thing. It really is like, wow, that's amazing. It really is amazing. I like I say, I can't think of any one specific. But yeah, that really is amazing. Have you ever thought of doing a collaboration with another hobby YouTuber? I've thought about it. I've rejected it because I'm just too unreliable for stuff like that, So it's just me, one-man show. It's just I've only got myself to rely on, and that suits me just fine. It's just that I would have to be relied upon, and I'm just, it's not me. Too much pressure, man. Too much pressure. Okay. What's your workflow like for recording and editing hobby videos? Difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. Because work is super busy, and I don't have a lot of time free to do anything. Yeah. So, busy. Right, next one. Just cracking through these questions. Right, what's one thing you wish viewers knew about making hobby content? How difficult it is. I know YouTube creators, you all know how difficult it can be. How difficult it is to make a video. Any video. Unless it's a short, they're easy, But to make any video, to edit it, to upload it, if you're painting, make sure you're in shot. It is difficult, alright? I just wish, people knew more. How do you decide what content to create next? Is it mood driven or do you have a plan? Definitely no plan. At least not yet. No plan as yet. So at the moment it is time driven. But it can be mood driven. I'm thinking of doing a tutorial, for instance, I want to do a tutorial on how I paint my blood angels for Space Crusade, for example. I think I'd like to do a tutorial for that, and then I'd like to do a tutorial on how I paint my Ultramarines, how I paint my Imperial Fists, and then I'd like to try and do some other stuff for it as well, like It may be Dark Angels or what have you, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's have some coffee, too. So we cracked through those questions fairly quickly. That's good. That is good. Okay. Oh, here's one. What was your first ever miniature or model kit? It wasn't actually a kit. Do you know, it was, I bought myself the Citadel painting station. If you know the one. Yeah. This one here, the original. And a book and some other stuff. Not models. And the shop owner gave me 5 free Space Marines on a sprue. So there you go. Have these for free. That was my first... my first models. Excuse me. I've been suffering a lot with tiredness lately, so do excuse me. What's your ideal size for a skirmish game? No, not that one. I've already answered that one. Right. Here we go. What game or toy from your childhood do you still think about today? Toy from my childhood do I still think about? All of them, pretty much. My Space Invaders game. Space Hopper. Rubik's Cube. Slinky. My bike. Oh my gosh, this, Action Man, Incredible Hulk figure, a load of stuff, I had a stretchy green monster thing, which was Stretch Armstrong's nemesis. I can't remember what he was called, but he was like the Hulk, so I had him as well. Is there a game you loved but no one else seemed to play? When you say loved, what you mean from my past? Or I love now, but no one else seems to play? That's tricky. Tricky. Yeah, there was one though. Do you know what it was? It was a role-playing game. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. It's an MS thing. I'll tell you what role-playing game it was. It was Judge Dredd. I wanted to play that game so bad, but no one wanted to play it. No one. Even when I offered to run it, no one wanted to play it. I'm like, you kidding me? Everybody was, too much into the D&D thing, fantasy thing back then. But, yeah. What's a totally random, non-hobby item that inspires your creativity? Totally random, non-hobby item that inspires my creativity. Non-hobby item. Because I guess you could say anything on my nostalgia shelf is hobby related. So I guess you could say Dylan, my dog. He's not hobby related. He's not an item though, is he? He's my boy. Gosh, I don't think there is anything. Has painting or modelling helped you during tough times, and how? Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Man, helped me in the early days of my MS diagnosis. It got me through that. It helped me combat the depression that I had from that. There was a lot of aches and pains associated with my condition that focusing on a little miniature just really helped me with, and that was super cool. Yeah, so yeah, that. Okay. What is the worst job you've ever had? And what made it bad? I think without a shadow of a doubt, that would have been working for Royal Mail at the M deck. The worst job I've ever had. What made it bad was the management ethos. They were shocking, terrible, harassing, bullish. They were just awful, awful, awful. They had no conception of like disabilities or any issues you may be having whatsoever. They just wanted the KPIs, and they were terrible to work for. I'll have to say them. Yeah. Oh, I see you've got the Castle Ravenloft board game on your shelf. Yeah, it's over there. When are we going to see some of that? Oh, I don't know. Step in line. I've got loads of other stuff I need to do, which I'm going to talk about in the next question yet as well. So at the moment, I've got tons of stuff to do for Space Crusade. That's loads of stuff, you know? Loads and loads and loads of stuff. Hero Quest as well, although that probably won't come out yet. But eventually, it will. You will see it. You'll see it all. You will see it all. Right. Okay. I enjoyed that a lot while I was building models. Now, this was a comment on one of my recent videos. Please do the Baneblade scene. I'll be interested how you do it, etc. Okay. So I asked if when all this is done, perhaps maybe drag my Baneblade off of the shelf, build and paint that up. Because it's probably the biggest model I've got back there. And takes up the most room in a box. So I would take that out. I would unbox it first to show you. And then we'll get to building it and painting. Yeah, I'm up for that if I remember. If not, give me a nudge. But definitely, I want to paint a Baneblade. Never gonna use it, but it looks so cool, and it would be awesome to have on the shelf somewhere. It would just be amazing. So yeah, I'm up for that. We'll do that. Okay. Oh, you're a Hero Quest fan? Absolutely, I am. Yeah. If you obviously not seen the videos where I've picked up both the modern and the older versions of Hero Quest. Yes. So yes, I am a Hero Quest fan. Will you ever be satisfied with your collection? No, probably not. There will always be something else to add, I would suspect. Okay, I'll do a couple more. 2 questions, if I may. Actually, how long have we got? 50 minutes, yeah. So I can fit in there. 2 questions, if I may. What are your most disliked ads? What type of videos do you dislike the most? What, my most disliked ads, the energy companies one. Energy companies do not want you to know this simple trick, blah, 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 blah. They're the ones I hate the most. On any platform. Types of videos do I dislike? Oh, yeah. Ones where there's like a top 5, I don't know. Say, for instance, top 5 deadliest insects in the world. Stick around for number 5 because you won't believe it. Those. Can't abide those. They're just naff. I'm instant click off when I hear that. Instant click off. So yeah. Here's an interesting question. Space Crusade or Hero Quest? There's an interesting one. I'm going to end on this one. Space Crusade or Hero Quest? Well, I wouldn't like to say. I really wouldn't like to say because they both hold such a nostalgic place in my heart, you know. Yeah, I really wouldn't like to say. I can't choose. Sorry. I have equal love for both of them. At the moment, my focus is on Space Crusade. That doesn't mean I like it any more or less than the other. But yeah, I can't choose. But some great questions there. Thanks, folks, for that. Don't forget, if you want to ask me a question, pop it down below or on a video or something. I'll put it in. Make sure I answer it. And that's all for now, folks. The questions are rapidly running out now, so please get some in and help a fellow YouTuber out if you wouldn't mind. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on another video. Bye bye.